Session number 4, how to contact and build rapport with your joint venture partners. Here are the key steps within this particular session. Number 1, Session number 4, how to contact and build rapport with your joint venture partners. Here are the key steps within this particular session. Number 1, how to approach, how to contact, how to build rapport, asking the right questions, how to present your joint venture proposal idea, and also securing the next meeting. So these are the steps when it comes to approaching, contacting, building rapport with the right JV partner, and then what happens next. Okay, so let's go through this here. Approaching your joint venture partner. This is potential or possible. So they're not a joint venture partner yet, but you're building on that. There are various ways to approach them, just like there are various ways to approach any human being. Remember, they are just a human being, just like you. And yes, you don't know them. They don't know you in some cases. So what can you do? What you want to decide on the most accessible medium that could open up a conversation. In other words, how can I best approach them? What can I do in order for them to know I exist and we can start this conversation? It could be that you approach them through social media. Maybe you follow them on Twitter and you make comments, or you like their stuff on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. And if you do this often enough and consistently, remember, you don't have to do this with everyone. Maybe you've decided these are your top 10 people you're going after. In other words, you want to join JV with. So every single day, what are they up to? What are they doing? What are they sharing? You need to be on top of that so they can see you actually responding, making comments. Eventually, they'll start figuring out, what, this person's very consistent. Who is this person? And they want to check you out, okay? So also you can do this conferences, seminars, exhibitions. If you know there's a specific, if you know that your ideal clients go to this specific conference or seminar, and you go through the conference organizer's website and you realize your ideal client is going to be there, they are exhibiting or they are speaking there or they have a booth there, then show up and get into that conversation. Some people like to write old-fashioned letters, sit there and write them by hand. If you do that, if you write by hand or even type up the letter, the secret here is on the envelope itself, handwrite the envelope, or get one of your staff members to handwrite the envelope, put an old-fashioned stamp on the envelope and post it out, okay? Why is this important? Well, you know what it's like whenever you receive letters and one is very formal in terms of the envelope is printed, it looks very formal. You might think it's from a bank, or you might think it's from the government. So usually we leave that till last. But when you see someone's handwriting and they've taken time to handwrite it, you think, oh, that might be from a friend or someone I know. You open that first. So you can do that. Contact their agent or publicist. Who's promoting them? Who's their PR agent? Contact them and and get through the door that way. Ask someone you know to connect you. Remember in the last session we talked about friends, family, associates. Ask them to connect you with this person. Further on, secrets to building rapport digitally. So if you're going to build rapport digitally, the most important thing is to focus on what? Just building rapport. What does that mean? Getting them to like you, know you, and trust you. Now, when you've built up rapport, now essentially you can take it to the next stage. It's like dating. You don't rush into a marriage, or you don't propose marriage straight away. You court, you date, and eventually one thing leads to another. Now, they will not move forward with you unless they do like and trust you. You must understand that. So make sure you're what's showing up in Google, what's showing up on your social media is clean. It fits your brand. It fits their brand. So and also start following them on social media, whether it's on LinkedIn or Facebook, on Twitter or TikTok. Follow them, and also if they have a Google pages, follow that. If they have blogs, make comments on their blogs or their articles. Like and share, and also subscribe to their content, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a YouTube channel. Just like everything that they're doing. Remember, it's not hundreds of people. You've identified your top 10, and that 10 is who you are going to follow, like, subscribe to, and so they know you exist. You're going to connect to just those 10. Focus on those 10 to start off with. Also, one recommendation is to buy their stuff and make comments. Give them reviews on Amazon. Buy their books, buy their products, buy their programs, and make reviews and connect with them or email them back. Say, hey, I enjoyed your program. It's fantastic. And the more they keep seeing your name, the more they keep seeing you, eventually when you approach them and say, hey, can we do a JV together? I like what you did with this product. I like what you did with this program. I liked what you did with this book. I like what it said here. I have an idea that we could discuss. Also, subscribe to their stuff. You know, they may be giving out some freebies, a free newsletter, a downloadable PDF. Subscribe to it and get onto their email list so you can see constantly what they are up to, what they are doing. And when you eventually get into a conversation with them, it seems like you know them and they feel like you know them, which is good. So the next step would be now contacting your potential joint venture partner. So one thing is to identify them and start building rapport digitally or conversationally. And now let's talk about how you contact them. Once you have built that rapport, then simply ask them the question. But do not ask questions and ask demands of them unless you've built up some kind of rapport. So you could ask a question. Hey, I love what you did with this or that. I love what you posted earlier on. By the way, are you open to business partnerships? Or you could try another way. Are you open to business collaborations? If so, message me back or email me back and then let's talk. Or if so, I have something very, very important I want to discuss with you that is going to help your business and help your clients, most importantly. So you can use those phrases. Create a script if you need to before you actually contact your joint venture prospect. So when I say create a script, you don't have to have something word for word, but you can bullet point the things that you want to discuss. And we'll give you more information in a moment on how to do that. Prepare yourself mentally and emotionally by making notes on all the key points that you want to get across, so you come across professional and not just someone who's just chancing their luck. You know, professionalism is going to help you. And when you contact them, focus on them, not you. Don't focus on you. Yes, you are important, but this is all about them for now. Let them see the win-win in the joint venture that you're proposing. Let them see that quickly so they know that you're not wasting their time. Now, the other way to approach them is through email. Now, we will provide you with some email scripts here. One example is if you know each other already, then the subject line could be, look, their name or the company name, and just write business partnerships, for example, or business collaborations. And hi, first name, hi, Luca, if that person's name's Luca. How are you doing? I trust all is going well. Are you open to business partnerships or collaborations to increase your profits? If so, I have something I'd like to discuss with you. Let me know when we can discuss. Regards. And your name. Okay? Short to the point, not wasting their time. It's not 3 pages, 4 pages, 5 pages of stuff. We just want to open this door, then we take it to another stage and open that door, and then we take it to another appointment and open that door. If you don't know each other, however, what you can do is something similar and put their name in the subject because people love to see their name or their company name. And hi, Luca, I know you're busy, so I'll be brief. Okay, now you're acknowledging the fact that they may be busy, and they like the fact that you know that they're busy. You know that you are there not to waste their time. Are you open to business partnerships or collaborations to increase your profits? If so, I would love the opportunity to discuss this further with you. Please suggest a couple of dates or times when we can speak on the phone or on Zoom. So they don't know you, but you remember you've built rapport. Once you've built rapport, you can start doing this. If you do this if you do this straight off the bat and you haven't built any rapport, they're just going to hit delete. And you would have lost an opportunity there. So what about social media then? People say to me, how can I build rapport using social media? Well, how can I get clients using social media? The same concept applies. Once you've built digital rapport or virtual rapport, in other words, you're liking their stuff, they're subscribing to their stuff, you're DMing them, you're giving some good information, you are keeping your brand clean, you are commenting on what they're doing, you're giving reviews, then you can drop this into their DM, into their private message, direct message. Hi, I'm loving your content. Are you open to business partnerships or collaborations to increase your profits? Very similar. If so, I have something I'd like to discuss with you. Let me know when we can discuss. Okay. Now, these are just guidelines. If you have another idea or what you want to put into this content, in this email or in this social media post, then do that. Whatever works for you. Sometimes it doesn't have to be formal with hi, first name. No, it could be just, hey, I'm loving your content. Are you open to? So just keep it, your own language is the most important thing, the way you speak, the way you talk. And also watch the way they talk, because you can mirror, and I'll talk about this later on, mirror how they talk, so that builds rapport as well. What about secrets of building great rapport in a conversation? Well, in a conversation, before you actually have that conversation, you can choose to meet them on the phone or on video conference like Zoom or live in person. Now, I highly recommend you do that, not just through email or social media, but take the conversation to a stage where you can speak on the phone or have a Zoom call or meet live in person. Your focus is to get them to like and trust you and get them to know you a bit more as well. Focus on them essentially. What I want you to do is go into their world first in order to understand them and their business. What do I mean by that? Go into their world first means simply ask them questions. Ask them lots of questions in a conversational way, not in an interrogation type of way, just a conversation. Tell me about this. Tell me about that. How long have you been in business? What's business like at the moment? What's going on? So just having a conversation, and this means you're going into their world. And as you go into their world, constantly verify or reaffirm what they are saying to you. One way to do that is to repeat back to them or make key points on what they've said. So if they say something like, we have a team of 10 people in the office and mostly women, then verify that. So earlier on, I heard you say that, so in your office, it's mostly women that work for you. Is that right? They say, yes. It shows that you are what? You are listening to them. It shows you're not just there to take something from them, but you're paying attention to everything they're saying to you. The more you're able to verify and reaffirm what they're saying, it builds rapport. Now, at some point, they will ask you, what do you do? And you'll get into that conversation later on. Be very interested in them rather than jumping in to show how great you are. You know, some people just jump in and say things like, yes, I come from ABC company. Our company's been going for 55 years and we have 10 directors and this and that. No, avoid that for now. Be interested in them. They don't really care about you. But what they do care about is your credibility, which we'll come on to later on. Give them lots of genuine compliments on their business, on their life, the successes they've had, the achievements they've had. So whilst you're asking questions and they're telling you about these things and things that they're proud of, give them compliments. Well done about that. Well done with that. Well done for having been in business for so many years. Well done. But make it genuine. Offer to help them with something. Now, this is a key thing a lot of people miss out. If you offer to help them with something, or, hey, I know someone who you may want to speak to, may be useful to you, or there's an article I read, I'd love to send it to you. You'll really, really like that. So offer to do something for them. Like they are going to do a webinar. Hey, do you mind if I come in and sit in and your webinar and see if there's anything that I can share with you? So offer to do something or give them something. That builds a better relationship because they know that you care. For you, it's not just about making money from them. Now, you've got to be questioning your potential joint venture partners. See, after approaching them and contacting them and building rapport, now turn your focus on asking them some specific questions depending on the joint venture idea that you have in mind. So what idea do you have in mind? So the question would be based around that. So some of the questions, these are not a full list, but these are just some questions you might want to ask. Do you have a mailing list? Do you have an email list, for example? How many people are on that list? Are you in a position to take on many more clients right now? Or you could ask the other question, in terms of your business operations, what capacity are you at now? So in terms of clients, are you at 70%? Are you 100%? Can you not take any more? How often do you send out information to your mailing list or to your email list? The people on your list, are they mostly buyers, visitors and browsers, or just leads that have come in? Can you describe your current marketing? Describe your sales funnel for me. Okay. And what kind of prices do you charge for that? So as they talk about product and the programs they have or the workshops they have, get the price points as well. Because you want to know if it fits in roughly around the same as you charge or what your clients will be willing to pay, or whether they'll be willing to afford what you have to offer. So do that. Get that list from a front end perspective as well as a back end. So what are they giving for free? What are they giving for low cost to bring people in? What are they charging at medium cost for their programs? And what's the ultimate program they are selling? So you know the price range clients are buying from in terms of them. Also ask the question, what is your average conversion rate? So when they do a sale and there's 100 people there, for example, what's the percentage converted into the next program? So for example, 100 people there and they manage to, on average, they sell 10. So the conversion rate is 10%. And it may be 9%, it may be 40%, 50%, who knows? But what's your average conversion rate on this particular program or that particular program? Another question you might want to ask is this: when was the last time they purchased something similar to what I am proposing? When was the last time your list saw something like this? Okay, maybe never. No one's ever spoken to their list about that. Or, oh, we had something similar to that. It was this, this, and this. And ask them, so how did it go? What happened? What was the response? So these are some questions you can ask. And after you've asked these questions and you've got some ideas of who their audience are, who their clients are, then you can start going down the line of presenting the idea, the joint venture proposal idea that you have. So the starting point is they may say to you, hey, by the way, what do you do? Tell me again, what do you do? And whenever they say that, this is your opportunity to deliver your elevator pitch. So you're going to deliver your elevator pitch. And remember, the key ingredients of your elevator pitch are these. Tell them who you are very briefly. Tell them what do you do. Tell them how long you've been doing it. and the benefits your clients have got. So, for example, you can say, my name is John Smith, and for the past 15 years, I've helped thousands of our clients to grow their business by 50% or more in less than 6 months. Do you think your clients would be interested in something like that? Do you think your clients would be wanting to grow their business by an extra 50% over the next 6 months? So deliver your pitch. Your pitch must be in service to them and also in service of value to your ideal clients, who they have, by the way. And make that pitch very short initially. Make it less than 30 seconds or less. Get that message across. And then you can then go deeper into the conversation, because they may say, when you say, oh, is that something your clients would be interested in? That's when the real conversation begins. So your proposal has to give them at least one of these three things. Your proposal that you're going to present after your pitch is you're going to propose something that either is going to make them more money, either is going to save them money, or it's going to add massive value to what they do, or it could be all three. So clearly describe, as you're presenting your proposal idea, how they will win, and also how you will win. Because if you just say, hey, this is how you're going to win, and you don't talk about yourself, how you're going to win, then they think there's something fishy here. Maybe you're just trying to get something out of them. Okay, but make it very clear and upfront, be very congruent, very authentic, very genuine. The reason why I'm talking to you about this idea is I believe this is where this is how you can win, and I believe this is how I can win. So it's a win-win situation that I want to bring for both parties. So for example, you could say, hey, we could run a joint webinar together. You can host me, and later on I can host you. You can promote to their list and vice versa. You can do a joint marketing campaign where they're promoting your product or your service, and anything that is sold, they get a commission split as well. You can support each other in a new launch of a program or a product. Maybe it's a book, maybe it's a program, maybe it's a workshop, maybe it's a new membership scheme that you have. Once you secure that proposal idea and they've said yes, they would like to explore it furthermore. Clearly, you're not going to throw everything at them unless you're meeting them live and you've got all the information at hand. But if they like the idea, then you would want to propose the next meeting. Okay, now I understand that you'd like the idea I'm proposing here. I'm going to go away and put something together that I can show you. But before we break for this meeting, can we book something in a diary? Because I know you're busy, and certainly I know I'm busy. And schedule something in your scheduler there and then while they're in front of you. This is so, so important, because you're going to continue the conversation with them again later on when you actually present the agreements that you want them to sign and agree with. So confirm that they are interested in your proposal. Ask the questions, would you like to explore this further? Say, I will put it all in writing so we can discuss further and finalize that. Is that okay with you? Excellent. And then you say, okay, let's arrange the date and time for our next meeting so we can finalize everything to do this joint venture and we can both make money. Are you happy with that? Excellent. And then you can move on. Okay, so that concludes this session. Your home actions for this particular session is this: contact and approach at least one potential joint venture partner and practice. Remember, part of the session number 2 and session number 3 was to identify the categories that your joint venture partners will be in, the sectors, and then disseminate it into specific companies that you could approach later on. But this is the approach side now. So what you want to do is you want to now contact and approach them. Then practice building rapport with people, everyone you come across. So building rapport, remember I said, is about getting them to know you, like you, and trust you. And so by doing that, what will happen is they feel more at ease. So practice with everyone. Practice with your old colleagues, your people in your office, family members. Just practice building rapport. By doing that, you're asking questions and getting people to know you, like you, and trust you. And prepare your conversation script. Remember, bullet points, some things you want to discuss, and the key people that you are wanting to do a joint venture partnership with them is follow them, connect with them on social media or any other channels, and give at least 5 likes and compliments, and follow them and follow those key people. But every day they must see you in their socials. They are seeing you on their key social that they use. You'll be front of mind, and later on when you DM them, you will be no stranger to them at all. Now, we've given you some resources, as we always do, and the resources are, in this particular section, is the MJVSS Joint Venture Success Toolkit. So this Success Toolkit will show you these things. You'll have the exact approach emails, so the emails you can use to approach them. You'll have the appointment script, so actually set an appointment with them. When you meet up with them, the presentation script, what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, we are giving you that as well as part of your resource. And also a questions list, some key questions that you could ask as well. You may not ask all of them, but highlight the key ones for you and practice using that. Also, tell us how you got on with this session in the Telegram group. You know, any wins, any successes, anyone you approached, what have they said? Put it into the Telegram group so other people can be inspired and help you along the way as well. And then if you have any wins, any successes, then put it into the email. Yeah, put it into the Telegram group. And also, if you're stuck on anything, you're not clear on anything, or you've created your emails or your scripts, your presentation scripts, using the templates we're giving you, and you feel a bit lost, then email support@mindspacecoaching.com and let us give you some feedback on it. We are willing to give you feedback at any stage of you going through this. So let us know and we can give feedback on that as well. Thank you for watching.